You know, friends, I must say, one of the best bits of art I've seen put on screen in the last few years was none other than Dan Gilroy's film Nightcrawler. Have any of you seen it?
Yes.
No.
No, don't waste my time with things like that.
Yeah.
I don't like the way the sound and the moves and the face interacts.
Yes.
I must say, you are really missing out. You should give it a chance. This one, on the other hand, though...
Yes, I think this movie reeks of desperation to try and sneak horror into an otherwise artistic venture.
I quite say, you know, if it wasn't for John Malkovich, I probably would have slept the whole time.
Yes.
Hey everyone, welcome to the horror show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Susie von Slaughter.
I'm Fuego here.
We're here to talk about the relatively controversial in the review stage film that is now available on Netflix by the title of Velvet Buzzsaw, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Rene Russo, amongst others.
Toni Collette, John Malkovich. It's got quite the stacked cast.
No.
What?
I'm sorry, I don't want to ruin everything, but we're doing a review, right?
Yeah.
We don't need these?
No, that's true.
So should but the... Damn.
We don't have to redo the whole thing.
No, that's true.
We just...
She's the only one who spotted it. She's the only one who realized.
Okay.
She's
Well,
like,
we can
I
keep the
can't
cold
hear.
open.
Oh, we're keeping it in. No, we're keeping all of it in.
Keep the cold open. Because...
We're keeping all of it in.
Oh my god.
All right. Now that that's a thing. So, what did we all think of this movie? Let's give our overall thoughts. I will start. I have seen that a lot of people really hated this movie, and I think the characters were kind of vapid. The horror was a little lackluster. So ultimately, I had a little bit higher hopes. I didn't have it on my most anticipated of 2019, but I did have somewhat high hopes, even though I never saw Nightcrawler. The trailer made it look really good.
Nightcrawler's terrific.
But it turns out the trailer had most of the good stuff in it, so I was not super impressed with this. Susie?
I do not agree.
Okay.
Actually. Normally, I feel like when watching it, it was something that I would not normally have enjoyed, but I did.
Okay.
I did like it. I liked how, being someone who's in that artistic realm, a lot of the time, I did really appreciate how it took over those people who are so, fucking snubby and snotty about
Those
shit.
people were fucksticks, and we knew it the
Yes!
whole time.
And so I did. I loved the movie. I did. I loved how it turned out. I thought it was great. Yeah, I liked it. I loved it.
Fair enough.
She liked it. She loved
I
it.
did.
She wants some more.
Whoa, I wouldn't say that.
Uh-oh.
Ah!
Headphones.
Escalated
Headphones. Headphones.
Go ahead, Marcia.
You're still attached.
Yep, you're still good.
So, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I think I easily tuned out, even though I was trying really desperately hard to pay attention to it.
Okay.
I paid attention when people died. I thought those were cool. But the characters, I just couldn't watch them. I don't know what it is. It was just every time they would start talking, I would just tune out. I can't pay attention to what you're saying because it's irrelevant. But whenever anybody would die, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Okay. So I felt like it could have been 90 minutes shorter.
90 minutes short.
Wow,
So,
that gives it about
10-minute movie.
20 minutes.
Literally,
Make this a short film, damn
the only
it.
thing that was interesting were their kill shots. So
I can see what you're saying.
yeah, so
I got you.
everything else in between was not invested. I didn't care about any of the storylines. I was really confused when Jake Gyllenhaal hooked up with the black chick because I was like, wait, isn't he gay?
Yeah,
There's a lot of...
Yeah.
Don't put him in a box.
Yeah.
How dare you?
And then he was really heartbroken when she dumped him, which was a really cool
It wasn't even
I don't think I was obsessed with you at all. And I was that's
yeah,
really
that
funny.
that critique. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
He
I
was
love
losing his
that.
mind
I
now.
didn't
Okay,
think-
I'm going to chime in. Yeah, I'm going to chime in. I felt the exact opposite. I was compelled by how shitty these people were. And since I encounter people like this all the damn time because of where my day job is, I encounter a lot of super pretentious art people from the local artists.
Really? That's
yeah,
hilarious.
the people who bring... Because we feature local
This
art.
breakfast was
We
lacking.
feature... Well, no. We feature local art throughout the entire hotel where I work. And we get news cycles every single month. I talk with the artists. We've had exhibitions there. This very accurately portrayed those kind of people. It portrayed them as being schmucky shits, and I loved the way I loved seeing schmucky schlitz get slaughtered. You really enjoyed the hell out of what happened with these opportunistic, shallow people, and that's why I liked this movie a lot. I wouldn't say I loved it, but I really liked it. There's nobody particularly likable except maybe Gyllenhaal at times, but. I encounter at my hotel a lot of people that like both guys and girls, whether men or women, you know.
No,
It's not.
I know bisexuality is a thing, but he seemed really fucking gay.
He was pretty damn gay, which is why it was.
Hey, but when you find something you like, you like.
Yeah.
The
the carnage wasn't always that good. I think there's really only a couple good kills in this movie, but I was amused by these people. I was amused by just how crappy they were as just forms of life.
See, and I didn't realize how crappy they were because I couldn't understand what they were saying.
I thought the dialogue was snippy and snazzy and yet just very.
I heard blah blah blah.
This was the most authentic review Jaime has ever done. Like that straight raw like passion of pissed off and like hatred was something I haven't really seen before until now because
it can happen sometimes.
Because he's had first-hand experience with these kinds of people.
You know. Yeah.
I do know. So that's why I appreciate. I think maybe that's why we appreciate it a bit more because we come across those kinds of people.
And there are creative people in those camps, and there's also very uncreative people in those camps that think their shit doesn't stink, and it's. Yeah,
nice.
It's a pervasive thing, and I like seeing especially one character in particular. Well, we'll get into the story. Yeah.
So let's talk about the story. Who wants to tackle it?
I don't know. Like there was art, and then it came alive, and people died.
So the long and short of it is there's an art critic played by Jake Gyllenhaal, who is the central force of the story.
And everybody respects and reveres him.
Everyone respects him. He deals with different dealers, Rene Russo, an up-and-coming other dealer that's trying to steal from Rene Russo talent and stuff like that.
Tony Collette.
Also another one. She was representing the museum at one point, and then not anymore. And then basically this character played by who was the black woman? Do we know her name?
Jennifer.
Okay, fair enough.
I cannot recall her name either. No,
anyway.
But she was a British African-American actress, and she's totally beautiful, very talented, but you could tell
was
that...
her name in the...
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Josephine.
Okay.
Josephine. Her character name.
Well, essentially, her character has been trying to climb the social ladder of power, and she has been unsuccessful, and she doesn't see her opening point until there is an artist in her building that has killed himself, and there is strict instructions to burn and destroy all of the art in his home studio, and she very opportunistically just takes all the art for herself, shows it to the influential friends. They blackmail her into setting up an exhibition and showing this stuff. It's all visceral, kind of crazy, really well done paintings in my opinion. I thought the art was really good.
It was a master.
It's a masterpiece. It's the most disturbing thing I've ever seen.
But then it turns out that these pieces that people are acquiring are actually driving all of these art nuts that we've been involved with and are dealing with it crazy. Yeah. And they are starting to die. And so
anyone who's profited or gained something.
Well, it's not even crazy. Like they become obsessed. Like it's such a strong obsession, like with this art. So it's not even just crazy. It's like they like can't not look at it.
Yeah, and they say the images start to move after you stare at it for too long. And then Jake Gyllenhaal, being the one who seems the most obsessed, he's the most affected, and so he's the one who's trying to write a book about this particular artist, and he starts seeking out information about this mysterious creative person, and without spoiling stuff, he finds a dark history behind this character, and there's some nasty reveals about how the paintings were actually done. Take some guesses there. and he's basically being driven mad with his obsession about learning exactly what's happening as people are dying.
I didn't think that it was truly that unique. Like,
I liked the setup, actually. I thought it was something we hadn't seen that
and
much
the
before.
setting of the setup too.
Art that turns people as soon as they see it, like, that's cool. I thought that was unique enough. I thought the execution was lame, but I thought the setup and the idea was actually really strong.
I feel like we have seen it before. Maybe I just watched
it. If you can think of where, I would love to hear it. Because it is Final Destination-y.
Yes, I felt the same thing.
Because whoever looks at it, death is going to come for them, and in what form.
No, that's
not everybody. It was just the people who profited.
Vigo from Ghostbusters 2, aren't you?
Yeah, it was just... I mean, it wasn't everybody.
No, if you think of it, let us know. If you think of it, let us know.
It actually wasn't about everybody who looked at it, though, because remember, there's two particular characters in the movie.
No, you're right.
Who
it's
looked
people
at
that
it,
profited.
And the people who profited gained from it. And
the assistant is one, right?
The assistant, and we know about her. And I thought that if we segue into we've been doing story. Yeah. I thought in the story that was one of the funniest beats was that little very manipulative secretary. You're only 22. You can't be my whatever. And she's just going from person to person, and the same thing happening.
That was just.
I thought that was funny.
She.
No.
Totally.
It was Nancy. You're right. You're right.
Was it?
I think you're right.
It was Nancy. Yeah.
It was Nancy from Stranger. Yeah, no, you're absolutely. I was wondering where I knew her from. I couldn't place it.
Damn,
Good call.
You're right.
Good fucking call, Marcia.
Yeah, she's the most.
She's
interesting
got these big old glasses on.
I was like, I know you.
It was a very Devil Wears Prada situation.
Like
she was trying to be an Emily Blunt kind of character.
Another character trying to climb the social ladder and just
I thought it was
very
funny,
lecherously and backhandedly. She was essentially selling out every person she'd previously worked for who had met by nasty means.
And it's so true because that's how funny.
That's how people do it. They don't give a schniznit about anyone but themselves.
I thought it was so funny. The last person that she was had a job from, I won't say who it was, and she ends the scene like, "What? Yeah, damn it! Like, has that happened again?"
Yeah, no, I thought it was really funny too. Like everything.
Because by the third time,
she's the one who comes across the major, the bodies, and she's like, "Ah, God damn it!" Like, so it is really funny. But no, what I was gonna say, like, as an artist, I know, you guys can relate. I don't know how well, Marcia.
Well, you've been at these showings and stuff.
Right,
like that.
so
no, I talk to people all the time, so I don't listen to them anymore. So anytime I hear you have self-worth, I'm like, no.
As an artist, you always want to do something that is striking, that always makes people think and talk, and that is your ultimate goal. And so it is funny. So again, from Jaime's standpoint, I think maybe we've related a little bit more with it because we do deal with those people who are backhanded, like that secretary who is like, "Oh, I did this and I saw this," and blah, 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 and that's really how it is. It's like it's unfortunately the way of the industry.
No,
it is
life. Everybody. High school people never actually graduate from high school. They are like that.
It's true.
Forever.
I just really want to piggyback on something that you just reminded me of here. One central subplot in this, as far as just theme goes, that I really related to was the fact that Rene Russo's character, she used to be a punk rocker, and she almost sold out, and there was this theme in the film and discussion with her and the Malkovich character at one point about making art that is pure and genuine and not about profit.
Right.
And the whole theme of the film is about people profiting from art and making it disingenuous and all this other stuff. That was a theme that really resonated with me because there is that, and Cecil as a creative, I know, Marcia loves art and is creative as well. It's like,
but trying to keep that relevancy.
That's something, it's tough. And then Malkovich's character being this alcoholic druggie who has moved to a different area because there was too much temptation and he couldn't create properly. I actually really liked this movie was a lot deeper, I think, than certain people who have been really negative about it. It didn't always hit, but I liked a lot of what it had to say and a lot of just who it went after. So I actually really appreciated a lot about this, even if it didn't always nail its points. I felt like the points it was trying to make were good. So
I couldn't follow it that much because every time someone would talk, I would hear blah blah blah, and then people would die. I'm like, yay, die.
See, I thought the characters were pretty weak myself. I didn't really buy into any of them. There was everything kept jumping so quickly that this character had moved on without one character knowing, and we never get that gap filled in.
And you're totally valid about that, but I still felt despite some of those holes,
I couldn't buy into it nonetheless, though. I couldn't buy into it.
Oh, see, that's your problem because you've never been exposed to something like that.
I'm sure
Well,
he
no,
has.
And I'm not.
Sure I have.
No. Okay.
How fucking dare you?
No, you know what I mean.
No, I
Like-
have, and it just what I'm telling you is the way they presented the relationships was so haphazard and so choppy that I didn't buy into any.
But like that's how it so is today.
It's
like
not,
that's how
though.
it
There's
is.
a bunch of stuff that was off camera that we just didn't see.
I think there's a lot in the romantic entanglement stuff that was stupid and unnecessary in it, but as a whole, some of those character motivations, you know, I mean, the simple stuff like, you know, like the Renee Russo-Malkovich discussion, I thought was solid enough, and just the obsessive aspect of Gyllenhaal's character, you know, and just wanting that story so bad, and like all too often, I mean, stretch all the way back to Lovecraft and beyond. It's like often when you're seeking out something really dark as far as a secret goes, you might end up finding more than you bargained for, and I thought that was a good theme here too. But effects, how about we move on to that, because that was one of the parts where I felt like some of the stuff was pretty pedestrian. It didn't. Some of the
CG
kills
of
the
some
CG,
of the paintings moving and stuff. It was
And one
good
kill
at
in
some times,
particular.
but it was weak at others.
Like
And-
the tattoo.
I didn't mind that one, but
Oh,
some of the
the end?
painting and moving was a little.
Yeah, the tattoo, and also the spray paint art
Random.
kill I felt was kind of cheesy looking in the CGI department.
Okay, I
Although
watched it
I
on
like
my
the
computer, so
idea
I don't
of
know. But
Yeah.
yes, I thought it was bomb. So maybe it looked. I watched it on my
What
Mac.
There's
the
one
gallery?
kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that one was actually. I thought that was well done.
There's
I
one
really
kill
like
we
that one.
talked about that for me was very satisfying.
I
we
thought
talked
Fuego
about this
for
off
sure would
camera.
like this. Yeah,
I have to mention it, and
there's
we
one very phantasm kill.
And it's not just that it's very phantasm. It's the fact that when the device was first presented, or the
Yeah!
piece of art
I already
was
know.
first presented to us, and they're talking about it has all these different holes, and it's just, you know, just stick it in whatever hole you
Your
want, and you'll
desires
find your. And I'm just
That's
like,
what
there's
she said.
so many sexual and just pretentious implications
Well, that's what they
here.
said
about,
too. That it could be a sexual or like fantasy, like
so people
whatever
are putting their
experience.
penises in it.
Who knows? Yeah.
I hope so.
I feel like Susie's like.
I didn't
"Ooh,
say
what
I
was
put my
that?"
hand in it. I'm just saying.
What did you guys
What
think of the
was
effects, though?
that?
I thought they weren't bad. The only thing I had the problem with was at the end.
Okay.
But I mean, that's
They were hit
really
and miss,
stretching.
but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I watched it on my computer. That's where I watch most of my movies, so I didn't think it looked bad. Like the graffiti art part when they're in the studio, I thought was really awesome.
I streamed it on my TV.
I
my
loved it.
big-
So
so.
I was watching it on my big screen. I thought it looked good. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it looked terrible. There was just some kills that looked like. I didn't think the first kill looked very good.
Well, let's
where,
get their opinion first. I wanted to finish what you guys were saying.
that was all. I mean, like I said,
Marcia, what
I
was
liked
your
it.
thoughts then? Yeah.
I
On the
thought
effects.
I thought the effects were fine. I mean, like I was excited just to watch people die, and I thought that
Yeah,
they
just
all
the end
died
was the one.
differently, and that was cool. Like I watch ever since I watched Witches, like when and the whole thing about the girl in the painting. I'm always up for watching some sort of like weird like haunting painting and like coming in and out and I've with the Ring, with the TV, and I've experienced that like throughout my years of watching horror. And I like to see that kind of thing going on, and I thought they did a good job. I just felt like the overall story just wasn't my bag. So,
But like the ending part with that painting with the woman, and it was so ominous, and I was like, "What's gonna happen?" And then
What?
how it did happen with the tattoo, I was like, "Oh, come on."
Careful,
only-
we're not going to spoil things.
Wow.
The only
Okay.
thing that bothered me about the one with the painting was like when it was going up her leg and it actually started touching her skin. I was like, why wasn't she like, what's happening?
She
Well,
was
I
on the
thought
phone.
I
She
thought
was-
about that too, but like, what do you can't say that you're gonna feel it. You don't know what the fuck's
Oh,
going
I'm
on.
gonna feel it if something's
You
going
don't
up
know
my
that.
leg.
You
Oh
don't
yeah,
You don't know that.
What if it wasn't
You
making
do.
contact? What if it was just like close enough to be
No.
seen?
But no, I
Like,
did
it's-
think about
it
that
was
too. I was like, how
liquid
could she not
coming
feel
up,
that?
and I-
Like, it's like going up her leg, but then again, like, you don't know
Oh
what's
no,
going on.
I
can't really
can
explain.
tell.
I really,
I
that
pay
was my
attention to
favorite.
my body.
All right. Well, overall, I thought the effects
Like, Jaime
were
stuff over my
okay.
ass right
They were
now.
good at times. They were just okay at times. But overall, it was, I don't know. I don't think it was as big a waste of time as a lot of people have been saying in reviews and stuff.
Lou actually was telling me, he's like, I hated this movie, dude.
Oh
my
I'm curious
God!
what you think about
I've
it.
seen
That
some
is
other
not
reviews
fucking-
that absolutely are ranting
Oh my
against
god,
it. Like,
everybody write this down, take a picture. Me and Lou are on the same page. This
Yes.
is crazy.
I thought it was just okay. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it blew me away. I was hoping for a bit more, but it wasn't like a letdown. I didn't really have any expectations going in.
No,
So-
I was I got excited about the idea of it when you first told me about it. We watched the trailer. I was immediately like, this is probably not going to be something I'm going to like, and it turned out I didn't like it. So, but I watched it and it was interesting. It was different. I just wish it had more substance to it. That's it.
These
like,
people
I'm
have
gonna
no
spend-
They have no substance. That's the thing. They don't. They have none.
Well, then I don't want to watch movies like this because
Fair
I don't
enough.
have a lot of time.
That's the
and
problem.
it's a waste of it.
Fair
It's
enough.
a waste
Yeah.
of my time.
Yeah.
Moms don't watch this unless you're artistic, I guess.
All right. Well, are there any final thoughts on this one, you guys, for Velvet Buzzsaw?
I think we really nailed
I think
everything.
we've pretty much talked about everything.
Well, yeah, since you've seen a very diverse amount of reactions, maybe watch it and make up your own mind.
Yeah.
Either way, why don't you guys let us know in the
Fast
comments
forward
down
it.
below. What did you think of Velvet Buzzsaw if you watched it? Are you even going to bother watching it if you haven't yet after watching this video or our trailer reaction? Be curious to know what everyone else's thoughts are outside of YouTubers that I've already seen their reviews. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys are thinking. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Susie Von Slaughter.
I'm Ruxpin.
Gracias, I'm Jaime and Fuego.
And remember,
Stay
stay scared!
Shout out to our patrons.